Okay. Oh, the top.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes, it's a little
Sorry.
bit. No, it's a little bit loose.
Okay. Okay, so hello everyone. Thanks for coming to my panel. I'm Fran, Japanese cosplayer. So before starting my panel, let me introduce myself. Well, my name is Fran from Japan. Well, I'm the cosplayer since 1997, almost 28 years ago. Well, the first costume I created was the costume from the Japanese game named Tekken 2. I cosplayed Angel from Tekken 2. Then I have been creating many cosplay costumes. I made more than 250 costumes, and I love mainly the heavy costumes like the dress or clothes, something like that. So the number of costumes I made is not so many, but I love it. I love to make the costumes anyway. And as a contestant of cosplay, I was a representative of Japan for the World Cosplay Summit 2013. Well, I cosplayed the Alucard from Castlevania, the Japanese game. And after that, I was supporting the organization of World Cosplay Summit since 2014. So now it's 11th year to have started the support to the World Cosplay Summit in Japan. And since 2023, I became the organizer of WCS Japan itself. So every year, I select the Japanese representative for the World Cosplay Summit under my own control. It's quite fun to see many cosplayers in Japan. Well, apart from cosplay, I'm passionate about playing the biwa. It's Japanese traditional instrument. Maybe someone knows how is the biwa. And theatrical combat, the swords or katana, and cycling, I also love. And I love also to draw manga in Japanese. Okay, so let's start my panel. Yes. Now, I want to make a simple question. Any of you are a cosplayer? Raise your hand. Okay, so yeah. Thank you so much. So, have you ever cosplayed Japanese character? Yeah, of course, you were cosplaying Japanese character. And maybe yes. And why do you know that that character is from Japan? Because I think in Europe, many of the characters are not recognized as Japanese, but without saying they are from Japan, you can recognize this character is from Japan. Why? I want to explain about that today. The reason why you recognize they are from Japan are probably they use the motifs of Japan. I can explain. For example, religious spiritual motifs, they're sometimes used. Oh, I'm wondering if we can put the presentation. If you'd like to come closer, please. Because it's difficult to see the letters. It's okay?
I have a big problem.
Ah, yes, of course.
I can say that.
Or it's better to. Where is the light? 우리가 아까도 쓰이네. Here, what to put that light? Thank you, Pyongyang. Better, really?
Yeah.
Yes, perfect. Okay, so now it's better to understand what I'm explaining. So in Japanese manga and anime, there are so many Japanese motifs you can see. The first one are religious and spiritual motifs, like torii gates. Sometimes we see the red gate in the anime, I think. It's the entrance to Shinto shrines, symbol of a sacred place. And another one is Ofuda. Ofuda is like this. This is a kind of the fortune telling or fortune telling. It's paper charms and talismans to protect themselves by that. Another one is onmyoji or magical barriers. This is based on yin-yang masters' spiritual spells. And another one is Buddhist statues named Jizo. Do you see these small statues made of stones? If you can come to Japan, you often see these statues. The name is Jizo. They are protectors and sometimes used in horror situation. Next, another Japanese motifs we can often see are samurai and warrior motifs. You often see in anime and manga. Well, the samurai swordsmen, they are using katana as soul warrior. So many cosplayers of Japanese characters always bring katana, you know. I think you have already katana. Yes.
Yes, katana.
Great. And also ninja, we have ninja's boots are steels, and shuriken is a tool to attack the enemies, and hand seals like this. This is a symbol of ninja. And especially katana is the name of Japanese sword. It's an iconic weapon and sometimes symbol of horror. And last one is armor and war banners. It is often used in the Sengoku era. It means 16th century of Japan. They often appeared in the works of the Sengoku era. The next motifs will be more famous. It's Japanese clothing. Kimono, everyone knows. Yes, you wear kimono, and I also wear kimono. That's why I choose this character today, because this character wears kimono. And kimono and yukata is traditional robes. But the kimono is, generally speaking, it's a heavier one. And yukata is usually it's made of light cotton, and they wear it for wears only during summer. And hakama is a pleated skirt like this. And hakama is generally speaking, it's for men's clothes, but sometimes women also wears since the 18th century. And also shrine maidens, Nikko, wears hakama always. The last one is school uniforms, sailor suit, gakuran. You know the Sailor Moon, the famous character from Japan. They are wearing sailor uniform. It's a symbol to use as school life in Japan. Well, after my explanation about the motifs, I make some quiz. So please remember some points. So next one needs yokai and mystical creatures. Do you like some horror games or horror manga? Well, in Japanese horror manga, often the yokai or monsters appeared in their works. And for example, the kitsune. Kitsune is a fox. It's the fox, but the fox is believed as the mystical creature in Japan, and it's often tied to the shrine in Hinduism. And oni, these are oni. Maybe you see sometimes in Japanese manga, and in English translation, it's often translated as a demon, but it's not demon itself. Let me explain some points. What is the oni? Just a moment. Where is my explanation of oni? No, maybe later on. Oh, yes. I got it. So oni, let's explain about oni. Well, onis are the traditional creatures from Japanese folklore, especially. And they are often depicted as large, fearsome beings with horns, 2 horns they have always, and sharp teeth, and white hair, and brightly colored skin, red, blue, or green. And oni usually carry huge iron clubs. It's called kanabo in Japanese language, and symbolizing brute strength. Well, in Japanese culture, their role is punishers of evil. They punish the evil creatures. Or they're bringers of disaster. Or they're just festival figures in Japanese festival. And I'm wondering if demon is the right translation to English, because demon in Western countries is the most common translation, of course, but it's not a perfect match, I think. In Western traditions, demon usually means, purely evil, fallen angel or satanic being, I think. But oni are different. They are more like, trolls, do you say troll? Or supernatural monsters. Not just a fallen angel or purely evil. So I think that depending on context, they can call as a troll or just demon. Okay, so next. Next motifs are nature or seasonal symbols. So cherry blossoms, sakura. It's a symbol of spring and beginnings and farewells. In Japanese thinking, when we watch the sakura. And the moon. In Japanese, moon is tsuki. It's a symbol of mystery and feminine power. So I think Sailor Moon, the Sailor Moon's name is, Tsukino Usagi in Japanese. So her name Tsukino is come from the symbol moon, mystery feminine power. Another motif is festivals and fireworks. It's especially from the summer season. And when we Japanese see the fireworks, we feel it's summer season, and it's a kind of the romance between younger people. And mountains and rivers, forests. It's a symbol of spiritual settings, sometimes. And last one would be, everyday life motifs. You know, tatami. Tatami is a Japanese floor made from grass. And the Japanese style rooms, we often have a motatsu. We use this instrument for winter. It's a table covered by futon, covered by warm clothes. It's a very common thing. Also, I have one in my house. And bento and onigiri is lunchbox and rice balls. You often see this in Japanese manga. When you see this onigiri, you can recognize they're from Japan. This is last one, sorry. So last one is settings and work. Building. So shrines, temples, it means this is from Japan, training grounds, and castles, samurai residence. This is Japanese history or fantasy backgrounds they have. Schools. Well, you have watched lots of anime or manga who started from school scene. And last one would be haunted house or abandoned places. It's often appeared in horror stories. Okay, so now let's go to the quiz time. Yes. Okay, I think this quiz is not so easy even for Japanese people. So please don't mind if you don't know what the answer is. So first is the torii gates. You know, torii is this. It's often constructed near the shrines of Shintoism. But what is the original meaning of torii gate? Answer A perch for sacred words that bring messages from the gods. Answer B, a barrier to keep evil spirits from entering villages. Answer C, a symbolic gate to welcome travelers into town. So A is a name of birds. B is a barrier to keep from evil spirits. C is to welcome travelers into town. So ABC, raise your hand. A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe. So B, barrier to keep evil spirits. Or many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, great. And C, a symbol gate to welcome travelers into town. Nobody. Okay, so let's go to the answer. Okay, so answer is A. Congratulations. So the word torii comes from bird perch. So in kanji, torii is like this. Torii means bird, and it means kind of residence. So torii were originally thought to invite divine birds to rest. It means a sign that the gods were present here. Okay, so congratulations. Also, means that I didn't know this fact. I researched this matter for this presentation. And next one, yes. Well, also, this is torii. This is a variation of torii. This is on the lake, and this is this is among the forests. There are so many tories in Japan. Have you ever been to Japan? Oh, yes, many. You can watch anywhere this torii. Okay, so next, the quiz about school uniforms. Yes.
Here is the one center is a shopping center everywhere, and near is a torii gate.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a like imitation or they have shrine.
I think it's an imitation, and it probably it's from a wood.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's great. I didn't know that. I need to check. Thank you so much for your information. Okay, so next quiz is about school uniforms. You see this? This is a kind of costume also Sailor Moon wears. So, the question is, why did Japanese schools adopt sailor uniforms for girls in the early 20th century? I repeat, why did Japanese schools adopt sailor uniforms for girls in the early 20th century? Answer A is to symbolize discipline and modern education inspired by European navies. Answer B, because the design allowed easier physically activity compared to kimono. Because before 20th century, Japanese women needed to wear a kimono always. And answer C, both A and B. Okay, so A, 1, B, 1, 2, 3, and C, both A and B, or many, 7, 8, 9. Thank you. So let's see the answer. So answer is C. Congratulations. So sailor uniforms symbolize modernization, discipline, and Western style education in the late 19th century or early 20th century Japan. And they were also more practical for active school life than traditional kimono, because with kimono it's very difficult to practice or play the basketball or something like that. So it's easier to move for women. So next one. Oni and yokai, it's a kind of monsters and demon, as I explained. The question is, which of these is the unique feature of Japanese Oni compared to Western demons? It means what's the difference between Oni in Japan and Western demons? Okay, so the answer A is Oni, like this, are always invisible spirits, never physical beings. It means without body. It's a spirits. Answer B, Oni can sometimes protect humans, not only harm the humans, but sometimes they protect the humans. C, Oni are female spirits associated with rivers and water. It's more natural. So A or B or C? A, Oni are always invisible spirits. Nobody? B, Oni can sometimes protect humans. Oh, so many people. Thank you. So C, Oni are female spirits. Nobody. Great. Thank you so much for your listening. Yes, as it's been. Thanks so much for your listening to my presentation. So unlike purely evil Western demons, only can appear as protectors or changing figures sometimes. So for example, temple statues in Japan, they're neo-guardians. Neo-guardians are a kind of oni. They have oni-like features. This is also oni. In Japan, there are so many traditional arts of oni like this. And just for your reference, these Japanese arts are about yokai. We have many artworks about yokai as well in Japan, traditionally. So not only in manga or anime, but in traditional Japanese works, we can see yokai and oni. So the next question is about miko. Miko means shrine maiden in Japan. The next question is about the colors, white and red, about miko. So, why are shrine maidens, miko, outfits traditionally white and red like this? So answer A. White means purity, red drives away evil spirits. So pureness and to avoid evil spirits. Answer B. Red was the cheapest dye historically available in ancient Japan. So the money for them. C. White and red were reserved only for the imperial family. So Miko is a very special person. So they are allowed to use the color for imperial family. So A is purity and to avoid evil spirits. B is because the red dye is cheap. C is the color reserved for imperial family. A, B, C. So A, purity and to avoid evil spirits. B, the dye is cheap. Nobody? And C, the colors are reserved for the imperial family. So everyone, A. Great. Answer is A, congratulations. So white, purity, red, protection. But please note that the red dye was also very expensive historically and very symbolic. So often linked to life and vitality. That's why it appears in sacred rituals only. So next is about Shinto and Buddhism. So do you know Shinto and Buddhism? Buddhism is just Buddhism, but the Shintoism is another religion in Japan. It's a bit complicated. I don't understand very well either. Well, which of these is true about Shinto and Buddhism in Japan? This is a question. I think many Japanese people don't know this. A. Shinto and Buddhism have always been kept strictly separate in Japan. So Shinto is Shinto, Buddhism is Buddhism. B. Shinto and Buddhism were historically blended, mixed, with shrines and temples often together. It means shrines and temples are constructed often together in the same place. C. Shinto is only about death, and Buddhism only about life. So the category is different. A or B or C. So A, Shinto and Buddhism have always been kept strictly separate in Japan. That's 1, 2. B, Shinto and Buddhism were historically blended with shrines and temples often together. Yes, 1, 2, 3. Thank you, 7, 8. Thank you. And C, Shinto is only about this, Buddhism only about life. Completely divided. So 1. Thank you so much. So the answer is B. Well, it's very difficult. Many Japanese people don't know this. So congratulations. So for centuries, shrines and temples coexisted in Japan. It's called in Japanese Shinbutsu Shubo in Japanese. Only after the major restoration in the 19th century were they officially separated. So before 160, 70 years ago, all the shrines and temples are mixed in Japan. It's very interesting. I think many religions don't allow this manner. Okay, so next, how about Japanese castle? I love it. So what was the main reason Japanese castles were built with tall stones bases and wooden upper floors? Explain. The basement made from stones, and the upper part are made from woods always. Why? The answer A, to resist earthquakes and allow flexible rebuilding after fire. After fire means sometimes in Japan they have war among the nobles, so often they damage by fire. Answer B, to display wealth and intimidate rival clans. Well, each man always consider that. Answer C, to keep castles warm during snowy winters. Now Japan is very hot, but 100 years ago it's very cold in Japan. So A, B, C. A, to resist earthquakes and fires. Oh, many people. Yes, we have many earthquakes in Japan, you know. And B, to display wealth against rival clans. Nobody. And C, to keep castles warm during snowy winters. Nobody. So everyone A. Okay. Congratulations. Answer is A. Stone foundations provide stability against earthquakes, while wooden parts could be rebuilt quickly after fire or war. So after the earthquakes, even though the upper parts are fallen, it's easy to reconstruct the castle. This is a Himeji castle. This is the first world heritage in Japan. Very strong and elegant. Okay, so next one. Okay, so the quiz are ended till now. Do you have any question about the quiz? So can I go to next topic? So based on these motifs and your knowledge about Japanese culture, I would like to explain how and where we can cosplay in Japan as a foreign tourist. Maybe many cosplayers are interested in this topic. Okay, in Japan, cosplay is not for the street or public places. I think the European countries, you can cosplay everywhere, on the street or in a town sometimes. No. But in Japan, it's strictly not prohibited, but if you cosplay on the street or public places, you may be criticized by another Japanese cosplayers. But once you can enter an event or studio cosplay, the cosplay excitement, cosplay possibilities are endless. You can enjoy cosplay in Japan. Well, there are places where you can cosplay in Japan. First one is the cosplay studios. It's a designed for photo shooting. It's safe, indoor. Every cosplay studio has their theme, and it costs around, at the minimum, 20 euros. And the maximum would be 500 euros or more per 3 or 4 hours. It's not per hour, but for 3 or 4 hours. It's up to the studio. Next one is cosplay events. Like Ikebukuro Halloween, it's one of the famous cosplay event in Tokyo, and the World Cosplay Summit that I'm involved for a long time in Nagoya. The ticket for cosplayers will be from 13 euro to 20 euro per one day. It depends on the cosplay event. And another one is doujinshi conventions. You understand doujinshi? Well, doujinshi is kind of the manga or novels that the Japanese people create by themselves. So they're selling their books always, not for cosplay. But in some doujinshi conventions, like a comic market named Comiket, accept the cosplayers to do cosplay with extra ticket in the convention. It costs only 5 euro to 10 euro for changing rooms. It's the cheapest one, I think. And the final one is, it's a bit tricky, but the permission-based private locations. It means firstly, you need to make the permission to the owner of the location, and they allow you to make the photo shooting there. It's a bit complicated, but if you know somebody about the locations, it's very, very nice idea to make the excellent photograph in Japan. It's including public gardens and parks, of course. And Japanese cosplayers sometimes ask location owners for the shooting or video shooting. I often do that as well. So let's see how the cosplay studios is. Pictures are so small, but there are so many locations. If you search with the word cosplay studio, this is Japanese language, but cosplay studio, they can find so many locations and so many studios focusing in the cosplayers only. But the tip to search is to use Japanese language only, because to search in English, you cannot find this. I checked, but in English, almost nothing. In Japanese, always. And here's an example of the studios' location variations. Japan has hundreds of studios with every theme you can imagine. For example, traditional exotic studio. It includes Japanese houses, tatami, sliding doors, Japanese gardens, or Western style houses, classic mansions, Gothic halls that constructed 200 years ago maybe, or Chinese style interiors, red lanterns, dragons, of course, or Arabic style sets with arcs, carpets of Aladdin, or lanterns of Arabic image, or shrines and temples inspired sets. It means a fake shrine or fake temple. They often have these fake sets in their studios. Replicas with the torii gates they have already. Next one is modern and fantastic. For example, the near future science fiction sets with neon sets or cyberpunk interiors, or abandoned houses or factories. We often see this in Japan. And it's popular for taking the pictures of horror cosplays or school classrooms and gyms, one and high school settings. You know, the Japanese populations are getting lower and lower these years. So many schools are closing now. That's why the schools can be cosplay studio, because younger people don't use this. It's funny, but it's true. And this is an example of cosplay studio. This apart, but well, that one is with tatami, Japanese room, and or abandoned factory, and neon, and with a white wall, or so many Arabic one, and the Western houses, and with a neon, science fiction, so many. And these are another pictures of studios, Gothic fantasy, and maybe the Baroque interiors, and stories of well, science fiction, so many we have. Okay, so these are the cosplay studios. Next is cosplay events, like the Gimmick Halloween or Cosplay Summit. It's well, so many people are coming for enjoying cosplay in the same place. So the purpose to participate in these events are not just to take the pictures, but to communicate with people who love cosplay, I think. Oh, but just for your information, the number of visitors of these two events would be more than 100,000 people per day now. So it's very big events. So next one, yeah, this is an image of the cosplay events. Well, they are my girls from the World Cosplay Summit 2024. They won the World Cosplay Summit in the World Cosplay Championship. And this is a cosplay event from Himeji that I run the Japanese qualifier of WCS here. And they have also parade on the street. Japanese cosplay events often organize such cosplay parades on the street. Okay, so next. Doujinshi conventions. This is one of the biggest Japanese convention centers named Tokyo Big Sight. Some conventions like the Comic Market, Communicate, allow cosplay with extra tickets who can cover the changing rooms there. Euro 5, 10 per 1 day. It's not so expensive, so many people can come here. And sorry, this is my pictures, but you can also cosplay in permission-based private locations. All these locations I get the permission privately from the owners. So, for example, that one is shrines with torii. This costume is this one. And the middle one is among the forests. I got the permission from the owner of the, well, mountain place. And this is a Chinese garden that is located in Tottori Prefecture. It's not so famous, but it's the biggest Chinese garden in Japan. It's so nice. If you can get permission from the owners, it's true that you can get very special and ideal photograph. So the last one is tips for business from foreign countries. well, because the condition to cosplay in Japan are a bit different from the European countries, especially. So I want to explain. So first one is we Japanese always use the changing room for cosplay. We cannot cosplay from your hotel. Well, we cannot cosplay from my house, or well, we cannot take the public transportation costume usually. There are some exceptions in the cosplay events, but usually this is a rule. Well, and the next one is please proceed to do the booking in advance always. Studios and some events are reservation only. It's not possible to buy the ticket on the same day. And please check the rules carefully. For example, some events prohibited to use the face paint or to use a spray in the changing room. So the rules is very depending by the events, so please check it in advance. And also please ask in advance if big or long pose like katana or sword for the staff are allowed in the location. Sometimes big weapons are restricted by the special regulation. And the final lines are very important for all of us. I mean, all the cosplayers is very important. Please respect the space. Japanese cosplayers, well, always clean up after use. We often say, when we leave, please clean up, please clean better than before. So this is a very important point to continue to use the same location. Well, I said that's all, maybe. Okay, so thank you so much. Enjoy Japan cosplay. This is my panel. Well, and last, I'd like to make the final question. Do you enjoy my panel? It's okay? Okay, thank you so much. I want to. Thank you so much. Do you have any question? Yes, please.
Where are you from?
Oh, sorry. I'm from Japan, in Tokyo. I live in Tokyo. But I was born in, well, do you know Japanese map? Very well?
No.
Okay, so I was born near Tokyo, along the seaside, named Chigasaki City. It's, well, 60, 70 kilometers from Tokyo, I think. Thank you so much. And any question? Yes?
I've been here last year on one this presentation, and it was about Japan, and when someone want to travel there. I heard that in Japan aren't like a trash bans for a trash. Why is it when I'm not in outside it's not there?
Oh yes, it's a good question because well, I say before, I mean the 25 or 30 years ago, there were so many trash boxes, dust boxes on the street in Japan. But if my memory is correct, about 25 or 30 years ago, there were kind of a terrorism attack in Tokyo, especially. So they removed all the trash boxes from the street to avoid the same tragedy. But I think now the Japanese governments are just lazy to want to save the money, I think. But historically, this is the reason why there are no trash boxes on the street in Japan. Any questions?
Is this your first time here?
No, last time I was here was 2021. Well, it's under COVID situation. So the event was not so, well, it's not quite normal. All of us needed to wear masks. Yes.
Is it normal for foreign cosplayers to compete in Japanese cosplay competitions?
Well, it's a difficult question to reply because in Japan, there are not so many cosplay contests in Japan. I think the official one would be only the World Cosplay Summit. There are some other contests, but not so very professional, I think.
So because here there is like always like a lot of competition
Yes.
all around, so it's not like this in Japan. There is
No.
Okay. So it's only like very specific events in that.
Yes, and they are making the pictures, the videos, and they're posting the TikTok, Instagram, something like that. So they don't compete. Or I know some Japanese performers who love to dancing in cosplay costume, but only dancing. It's very different from the European situation, but maybe they're changing. Yes.
Is there a chance that the Slovakia will be part of cosplay world summit?
Sorry?
Is there a chance that the Slovakia will be part of the cosplay world cosplay summit one day?
Yes, I think so. Because in this month, the new application for World Cosplay Summit 2027 has opened. So if any event organizer would apply for that, yeah, it may be possible. So please talk with your event organizer.
Yeah, we would love to.
Oh yes, wishing the best. Oh, and last, before I forgetting, this is an announcement from all from all cosplayers. I read my mic. Well, we have the cosplayers calendar like this. Thank you so much, Hyun-chan. Yeah, this is a cosplay calendar made by Comic Salon this year, but this is for 2026. So all the pictures are from the guest cosplayers. For example, this cover is from Hyun-chan from Korea. And the price is €10. If you are interested in purchasing one, please come to the downstairs. We have many calendars still in our stock. Thank you so much. And as the organizer of the Motifs Japan, I have some business card here. So if you'd like to have my business card, please come here to get one. Oh, and then, sorry, okay. And last but not least, I'd like to take a selfie here. Could I? Thank you so much. Thank you. So please, please. Okay. Yes. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so thank you so much. So enjoy.